Hey friends, Aaron here. I've got a pretty cool uke to show you today. This was a long-term project. I had a lot of successes and failures with it, and I'm happy to share it with you today. This is my ukulele, baritone ukulele, made from fir from my firewood pile. This started last fall when a guy dropped off a pallet of firewood here that was all end cuts and scraps from his sawmill. And it was, a lot of it was bark and stuff, but some of it was like this, the second growth fir. And it was pretty wet, so most of it I cut up for our wood stove, of course, but several pieces of it like this I stacked and stickered inside the shop here so it would dry out quick. And then yeah, once it was dry enough, I started to turn it into a ukulele. So the back is 3 pieces across. It's kind of not book matched. The sides were well quarter sawn and book matched. It turned out good, and the top as well. And then the neck is 3 pieces of this fir with walnut stripes in it, and a big cool knot right there. I also took this chance to try out a new fretboard material. This is some curly walnut from Kevin at woodfromthewest.com, or sorry, not curly walnut, curly maple, where it's been stabilized with resin. So it's supposed to be stiffer and stronger than normal maple. It's pretty cool material. And then I matched it with some more maple there and there, wrapped it up in walnut. And yeah, I also stained the fir, as you can see. Once I started to go down that kind of rustic look, I really went for it. And I'm not sure I'd do that again, but because fir takes stain kind of blotchy, but it kind of looks, you know, old-timey and weathered in its own way. So I kind of liked it. So a lesson that I learned from this is a lesson that I kind of already knew, but I was working through the Irving Sloan classical guitar building book recently, and I was reminded of this. In traditional classical / Spanish guitars, there's kind of 2 ways to do it. The concert guitars have a softwood top like spruce and a very hardwood back and sides like rosewood or maple. Those instruments, it's like the top pumps, the back reflects, the neck is kind of inert. And that's like what you do with all musical instrument design. You decide what part does what, and you pick materials accordingly. In contrast to that, concert guitar design would be like a flamenco guitar, where the top, back, and sides might be made all of cypress, all one wood. And those instruments have a different tone and a different playing style because of that. So this one being all fir, including the neck, I kind of feel like that vibe is going on. Those flamenco guitars are like less bass, more mid-range, but more like crispy punchiness in that range, and that's what I feel about this. Compared to my other uke that's spruce and walnut, this one is like more compressed sounding, but it's got a zing to it. It's got a rattle and some grit to it that I kind of like. So yeah, I'm just getting to know it. I planned on keeping this ukulele for myself, and I might. Although if somebody made me the right offer, of course it would hop in the mail right away. But yeah, it's been pretty fun to play. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm getting used to it. It was a fun experiment. And I have some other firewood woods drying for next year or later this year to try. Maybe this firewood pile series can keep going. So this is 587, right? No, 578. The fir firewood ukulele. Cheers.